Some Democrats are already admitting David Hogg was a horrible choice for vice chair of the DNC. Well, duh. This kid don't know anything about anything. All he knows is he was around during the Parkland he was a student at the school, the Parkland during the Parkland shooting and stuff, and that was his claim to fame. And now all of a sudden he's the head of the DNC. Like I would know this guy has no experience of for anything. He's just an activist. He's been an activist since he graduated high school. All he knows is gun control, gun control, gun control. Like, what makes you think this dude know anything about running, running a political party? Like, I don't understand the rationale behind it. This pipsqueak running the DNC, but if that's the route they want to go, I'm all for it because that just means they're gonna lose another election. It makes no sense. They're doubling down on the woke idiocracy that got them to lose the 2024 election in the first place. So, but y'all know I keep saying it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's go. So we gonna talk about it. We gonna see what some of the leftists have to say about him. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Have a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that over the weekend, Democrats voted to make gun control activist David Hogg the vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. It was a strange choice for multiple reasons. Exactly. Very, very strange, very odd. Hogg is little more than an online activist with no experience in actually getting candidates elected to office. He got no experience whatsoever. Like, this kid never even, I don't think he worked a real job in his entire life. He has no track record one can point to in order to justify giving him this position. Hogg is also an extremely woke choice at a time when the Democrats should be trying to reconnect with voters who flatly rejected the woke agenda in the 2024 election. That's what I'm talking about. It's unpopular, super duper unpopular to be a Democrat right now. I think the unfavorability was like, what, 53, 55% or something like that. The highest it's ever been in 16 years. Yet they're doubling down on this woke stuff. Like, they would never learn that. They're never going to learn their lesson. Never. Well, some Democrats know this was a bad choice. This report from Politico has some revealing reactions to Hogg. They said David Hogg became the latest foil for Republicans when the young activist with a flair for far left rhetoric was elected vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. The fallout is quickly becoming a headache for Democrats too, right? They said, quote, "The most worrying thing is if he carries into the new job a belief that saying what he was saying but louder is the way to prevail in red states," said Bennett, co-founder of the center-left group Third Way. Because it isn't. If he believes that it is, that's going to be a real problem for our candidates in those places. Yeah, it doesn't work nationally. As you can see from the overwhelming sweep of swing states that Trump did in 2024. It goes up. Bennett added, he came up as an activist, but now he is a party leader, and that's a very, very different role. Another Democrat strategist, granted anonymity to speak candidly, complained that Hogg can now, quote, go on TV as a vice chair for the DNC, speak on behalf of the Democratic Party in a way that can do more harm than good. Absolutely. Exactly. So now he speaks with some sense of authority because he's the vice chair of the DNC, As when before this happened, he was just some young pipsqueak, wet behind the ears that really doesn't know any better, bleeding heart liberal, leftist progressive type. Again, now he has the authority of the DNC, so we can, every idiotic thing that comes out his mouth, we can say, oh, this is the Democrat Party now. There are other examples, but you get the idea. Hogg is an activist, not a strategist. His is an ideologue, not a pragmatist. And that's true. Like, you can't name one thing that he has done in life that actually helped anyone. Like, I don't think, like I said, I don't think he even had a real job before, not working at McDonald's or anything. He's been an activist since the shooting when he graduated high school. That's all he was an activist. And so what experience does he have to be the head or vice chair of a major national party? I don't get the correlate. Like, this is what happens again, because Democrats are not for merit. This is what happens when you're not for merit, when you just check things off on a list and say, this is who we're looking for. You end up with incompetent people like David Hogg. But like I said, I'm all for it. I'm happy this is happening. Let them continue being incompetent. Let them continue putting these weirdos in power that normal average Americans can't relate to. I love it. But there is a very definite possibility that Hogg will turn off more voters than he recruits. That's what I'm alluding to. And now that he is officially a leader of the party, that is how he will be framed in every media story about him, no matter how out of touch he sounds. And he's not gonna convince anyone to go over to the Democrat Party side. It's amazing that Democrats choose him for this role, but it's a free country. They can go down this road if that's what they want to do. I agree. And like I said, I am all for it. I'm happy that this is happening. I'm happy that they're imploding. Soon there will be no Democrat Party. They're going to be gone way of the Whigs, because they continue, like I said, they keep continuing doubling down on this idiocracy. They continue to put this woke stuff first instead of putting people in that can relate to real average Americans. Crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.